Lord Jesus, that episode. Love Island USA Season 7, Episode 21. Spoiler alert. This is your opportunity to turn back now if you have not seen the episode. And you need to see the episode if you have not seen it. So don't spoil it for yourself. All I really care about in this episode, obviously, Nick and Olandria. Boy, oh boy. That kiss, that makeout session at the end. And Soul Ties is crazy. Soul Ties is crazy, okay? And right at this moment, I am putting aside the fact that I know Sierra is going to be heartbroken. Because we've been waiting for this, y'all. We have been waiting for Nick and Olandria to get together. I was convinced that it was never going to happen. I thought that we were just going to keep on our Delulu train, shipping them for no darn reason. But we need to thank Love Island, okay? Thank Love Island for setting this up and giving this to us. Like, they just served it to us right on a platter. Man, they really fed us tonight, y'all. But man, that was so exciting. You know what? It's like, I feel so bad for Sierra, of course, because when she comes back, she's gonna find out that her girl and her man were, kissing and doing all that in Soul Ties and coupled up, you know what I mean? So she's gonna be heartbroken, and I do feel really, 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 really bad for her. But low key, this is the name of the game. And honestly, this is exactly why they did Casa Amor this way. I do see some people saying Casa Amor is so boring this time and Casa's not giving anything, but y'all, they did it this way on purpose. They did it this way to force connections. Because if you have or haven't seen Love Island in previous seasons, what do the women always do during Casa Amor? For the most part, they don't explore. They don't really talk to the guys. And we can talk about last season in particular. The guys were always off to the side. You would see Liv and Kane, because I think Liv was the only single one. But you would see Liv and Kane. But the other girls who had connections with their original guys, they were not worried about these Casa boys. So for Love Island to do this year makes a lot of sense, to shake it up this way. Because what they did by making people couple up was forcing people to explore different connections, right? And then I think we saw that also personified during the raunchy races, or whatever they called this challenge. Did you notice that majority of the time, people were kissing their partners, the person that they're coupled up with? So majority of the time during this game, they're kissing the people that they're coupled up with already. But there were a couple times that we saw them kissing different people. And the one that comes to mind is the one where they're the girl from, or the person from North Carolina and the person from California, whatever they said, that was to push Huda and Chris together. It really was, because Huda expressed interest in Chris, and then once Huda and Chris shared that sensual kiss, makeout, whatever that was, Chris was like, wait a minute. Now, I think the only reason Chris was like that was because of what was happening during the challenge. That piqued his interest, of course it would. But even still, it put something in his head. It made him think, wait a minute, am I interested in Huda? So this is all on purpose, guys. Even with Olandria and Nick, either you go home single or you go back to the villa as a couple, right? And they forced them together, because why would they want to go home single? They forced them together, and with them being coupled up, it forces them to explore the connection with them being coupled up, but also with Taylor being preoccupied with Clark. Because Taylor is preoccupied with Clark, what is Olandria supposed to be doing? getting to know her partner, her couple, or exploring the connection more with Nick. And that's exactly what we saw. So I think Casa has been a huge success this year. I know as like avid Love Island watchers, we do really like the, typical format of the show, but this season has been different. I think it's been enjoyable. I think Casa Amor this year was actually really, really smart because I was super skeptical at first. I was just like, bro, what are they doing here? Which, of course, because I didn't know what they were doing, but that's what they were doing. And I'm glad that they did that because these girls, otherwise, I'm pretty sure they would not have explored the connections in the way that they are doing now, if they weren't forced to be in a couple with somebody else. And I'm talking a lot about the girls because it's always the girls who are not like exploring, and then it'll be like one guy like Kendall last year, not exploring. But even, for all the guys are exploring connections too. So you have that aspect of it, and you don't have the guys going wild this time in Casa Amor and treating it like a lad's holiday. You know what I mean? So like they're treating it more seriously this year, even because of this forced pairing. I don't know. I get it. Some people don't like it. I love it. I'm having such a good time with this season. Like all the ups and downs are really like, it's a lot. This is my favorite show, so I get super, super into it. I get super invested, and man, they have me on a roller coaster, but I'm glad to be here and I'm loving it. I'm really loving it. Do I know who's going to win? No. Do I know who I'm going to vote for in the end? No. I have no idea. As far as the love portion of it goes, I don't know. Nick and Alandria? Maybe. I don't even know. It just depends. We'll see. I have no idea what to expect.